music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love,
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review of a new show that I like, so I'm going to keep reviewing it. Below Deck Mediterranean. This is season 3, episode 2. And it is a continuation from the last episode because the guests are still there. So, yeah. Tonight's lipstick, it is one of my favorites. I've worn it before. It is Urban Decay. The color is called Hex. And I love it. And yes, that's my shirt sitting back there. That I just realized I done did like 4 videos already, and didn't realize my shirt was sitting back there on the top of my couch. So go ahead and get you guys a Be Big shirt. You know what I'm saying? Be beautiful, intelligent, and gifted all day up and through. Anyway, the link to get a shirt is in my bio below. So the guests are still there, and they're literally still complaining about the bare minimum. Okay, so the main charter guest is complaining to the captain about the food she was served. She's saying how the food was served in a bowl. I didn't want any starchy foods. You know, there was only one asparagus. I did not like it. It was so bad. We had to pour our own glass of something to drink at one point during the dinner. It was just a horrible time. It was just a horrible, horrible, horrible time. It was just bad. You know what I'm saying? At one point, Hannah looked upset. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just her face, but she did not look happy. And for me, I feel like those were petty concerns. However, I do understand that when you pay thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars, you do expect the absolute best. But I feel like I was served food in a bowl was stupid as in complaints. Even saying I don't like starchy food. Oh my God, they gave me spaghetti. It was just weird. And I'm like, I mean, to me, I just didn't think those would be big issues. My thing is, if you have a cook cooking you food and you didn't order food, like you did not order any food, he's cooking you food he hopes you like, and if you don't like what he cooks but he then cooks you something that you do like, why are you complaining? But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? We do see Captain say something, I'm so sorry about that, I'll talk to Hannah, I'll talk to Adam, and we hope today you'll have a beautiful, wonderful day. So she does go talk to Adam about the food, and she says, you know, she didn't like the food in a bowl, you know, and she said how she did not want any starchy foods. He like, what? And she like, yeah, she didn't want pasta. He said the morning that she got here and they asked me, no, I asked them, let me tell you what I'm going to cook, and I said what I was cooking, they all said it sounded great, and he literally said spaghetti. So my thing is, if you're the charter guest and you don't want pasta, if someone says I'm making you spaghetti, I would have at least said, are you using like some kind of faux pasta? I don't really want pasta. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could have said something like, but no, she said, oh my God, I can't wait, it sounds delicious. So again, that was thing number one, like, okay, they on some bullshit. You know, when she go talk to Hannah, Hannah says like, yeah, my face sometimes shows my feelings, and they do, because Hannah can be a bitch. She said they would have treated me so bad, I couldn't hide it because they were acting like complete, you know, jerks or whatever. But I'll go back and I'll apologize because I should not have done that. You know, she do go back and she do say sorry to them or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Again, like, I did not like Hannah last season. I don't think I ever really liked Hannah because she can be a bitch. Sometimes she's cool, but sometimes she's bitchy. So I can completely get someone saying she looks like she's mad or something. I get that. However, in these particular instances, she was just reacting to them being rude to her and being kind of snappy. But again, when you work on that kind of boat, that's what you get paid to do. You kind of get paid to just kind of be seen and not heard or whatever. So it's a tough thing to do. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like the guests on this particular charter, like all of them, white and black, you know, it's a thing of, you know, money can't buy you class, and they just didn't seem classy at all. Anywho, They then have them go off the boat for a day to do some shopping, to walk around on the island, to get some food at the little restaurants or whatever. And one of the deckhands and the seasick crew girl go. The deckhand dude, I cannot pronounce. I think it's pronounced Joao. Joao? It's J. I don't know. I'm gonna call him Joao. I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. Just deal with it. Anyway, him and he's from Zimbabwe, which is weird too. Anyway, him and the seasick girl Casey go out with them, and she's happy to be all just off the boat because she's been seasick this whole time. It's very, very bad seasickness or whatever. She kind of admits to him how she has not had sex in 8 years. Yes, 8 years. She's a born again virgin, basically. So she said she used to want to hold off to having sex until she got married. She had sex with her like high school boyfriend because she thought he was the love of her life. So she gave in, and then she ended up catching him like sleeping with somebody else. So she said she never had sex with anyone else since then. It's been 8 years, and she's just kind of going to hold herself off until marriage. And at this point, Jao wants to take her. He wants to take her cootie cat. He wants to take it. He wants it to be his. He wants to kind of like, let me tap that. And she like, it's so funny. He wants that sex with me. It's not going to happen. I think that's cute that he wants it, but also that she realized he wants it, but she is saying that he ain't gonna get it. Okay, you might want it, but you can't get it. So that's kind of cute too. But I'm like, damn, 8 years? That's a long ass time. I would go crazy. We do see that. Well, I did not like that he did though. When they went back to the boat, he told the other crew members that she hasn't had sex in 8 years. I'm like, that you shouldn't, that's not, you didn't have to go back and tell them that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's not something that you should be spreading. That's something that she should say if she wants it to be said. Anywho, the weird part was the guests who were off when they were off the boat, it was a huge rainstorm, like just a huge rainstorm. And they had the best time sitting in some restaurant eating food. I would have really thought they would have been upset because it was raining, because it was like bad, really bad rain. They did buy the 2 crew members food because they had to wait for the rain to subside before they can take another boat to get to the boat. I was surprised that they were so, oh, I'm sorry y'all, oh my god, it's so nice, oh my god, it's just, they were just like in heaven, in La La Land. And I'm like, it's a full tsunami like outside the window. Like, really? I was like, okay. Pick and choose. I feel like, were they not bitchy because they weren't on camera really? Like, because the cameras wasn't not really on them. It was like watching them a little bit. But I'm like, could it be because they weren't on camera? They weren't trying to be uppity or whatever? Who knows? Back on the boat, the captain saying like, I do not want to have dinner with these ladies. I really don't, but I know I have to. And I'm like, yep, you kind of do. You kind of have to. And they all coming back to the boat at this point. And the crazy redhead white woman, I swear, I think she's just a little bit bipolar or whatever. She acting like, oh my god, we can't go this way, we have to go this way. No, we can't, because the sun is this way, the clouds are that way, the sky. I'm like, lady, calm down and let them get you to the boat and let them do their job, honey. You're not gonna get struck by lightning. Just breathe, just breathe, girl, just breathe. She was a little bit too extra. So at this point, they are back on the boat, and what I'm saying, redhead fish say, the birthday cake you guys gonna make? Hannah's like, what birthday cake? Oh, I put it on my preference sheet that we needed a birthday cake because it's so-and-so's birthday. Hannah's like, oh, okay, well, let me go check how we're going to do that. They get to the preference sheet. Ain't no cake mentioned on that damn preference sheet. Again, I feel like they like, we're going to just go there and do whatever. We're going to give them these preferences, and we're not going to really go by these preferences. Okay, we're not going to go by these preferences, and we're going to see how they react. I do feel like that's what the hell they did. At this point in time, Adam is pissed because he like, now I gotta pull a cake out my ass. I would have said, well, you didn't ask for it, so we ain't got it. But you can't do that because, again, you're paying for the best of the best. And I don't bake, so I don't know how long it takes to cook a cake from scratch. I don't know if they had a box cake on hand. I'm not sure. So, it is what it is. So at dinner, he makes a little dinner or whatever, and he had like lobster bisque. So one lady said how she wasn't eating it. So Hannah said, like, is there a reason you're not eating? Like, okay, I don't like lobster. I don't really like this. And she's like, oh, we didn't know that. Would you want something else? Do you want some other kind of meat? She's like, yeah, just something else. So she go down and tell Adam. Adam's a little pissed off, like she didn't put on her list that she don't like lobster. So he makes her some duck. Okay, he makes her some duck to bring with the main course, because the main course is lobster. So he brings they bring all the other guests lobster. They bring that one guest duck. He had to thaw the duck, cook the duck, bake the duck, made the whole damn duck meal. And so she's like, why do I have duck? I don't like duck. Why do they all have lobster? And and Captain Cindy like, do you not like duck? She's like, no, I don't like duck. Why did I get lobster? So she go down to the little things like, well, she said she doesn't like duck, so she wants something different. Can you make her some shrimp? Can you make? So she said, all these things can you make? And she's like, she just said that she didn't like lobster with the lobster bit, so I don't get it. She said she did not like lobster, we made her duck. So, when Sandy trying to get her better food, and they ask her what she likes, she's acting like a fucking fag. You know how when you take your 5-year-old to McDonald's or to any restaurant and you say, babe, what you want? I don't know. I don't know what I want. It's the same food. Pick something. She was talking like a 5-year-old at a damn drive-through menu thing, and she does not know what she wants. I don't know what I want. Her friend says, bring her chicken. She likes chicken. No, I don't like chicken. I hate chicken. The friend then says, well, what about shrimp? No, I don't like shrimp. The friend said, well, goddamn, what do you like? You got to speak up, girl. And she said, she likes lobster. Bring her lobster, but plain lobster without the extra whatever. At this point, Sandy like, okay, I clearly see that the way she complained yesterday wasn't valid. They're just they're impossible to please, because I can see it now to where I see the preference sheet, and the preference sheet don't say nothing about what she don't like. She actually put on the preference sheet that she do like lobster. Girl, what's going on? So at this point in time, it was a good thing to see Sandy kind of take up for her staff. Like, well, you put on here that you like lobster. You put on here that you don't like eggs. You didn't say shit about lobster. So it was a thing of her seeing, okay, they just being crazy, and you can't buy class. You can't. And I'm like, I don't know if she was just drunk and she didn't get what the food was. But my thing is, if I say, hey, I don't like lobster bisque, and they say, well, the next thing coming out is regular lobster. If I don't mind regular lobster, I would say, okay, I'll take the regular lobster. I didn't want lobster bisque. I like chicken Alfredo, but I don't like, well, I like chicken. Anyway, it doesn't. The point is, you still know what to say if you like. Oh, I don't like tomatoes, but I like ketchup. It's the same thing. It's just a different consistency. So I can get how she can say I don't like lobster bisque because it's like a soup or whatever, but she might like lobster itself because it's just different. But she needs to articulate that, girl. You're like a damn 5-year-old. So they then said the dinner was great. I'm like, well, was it? Damn it. So we see the girl Casey went to the doctor because she was seasick still. She still kept throwing up. She couldn't keep anything down. She been on the boat for 2 days and she ain't did shit. Well, she went off the boat with them, but she did that, and that still kind of was. She went off the boat. It was kind of like free time. Girl, bye. So Hannah, like, if she can't do the work, she don't need to be here. Like, we can't be down once. Like, if you can't be on a boat and be seasick and not do the work. Like, it ain't gonna work. And I'm like, well, damn it, Hannah, she only been there 2 days. I mean, it ain't like she been there for a week or whatever. So I'm like, girl. So when she come back from the doctor tell her that she just has a case of seasickness. So they give her like nausea pills to take so she can feel better. I'm like, okay. So at that point, she's fine and she's back. We do see the guests leave basically, and the main charter guests say, you guys are great. We had a little mix up in the beginning. So my suggestion to you guys is, always pay attention to the guest preference sheet, which made Hannah and Adam both kind of look at each other like, did she just say that? Because y'all preference sheet was wrong. Like, y'all listed the wrong preferences. We went by your preference sheet and y'all preference sheet was wrong. So that was kind of funny. But it was what it was. We do see them go to like their little tip meeting or whatever. They have a tip meeting every charter. And Sandy said, it was a great charter. even though I know those were the toughest guests I think I've seen before, you know what I'm saying, they were tough and rough because they were very demanding. It was like little pet peeve stuff. But she still kind of tells Adam and Hannah to, you know, she tells Adam not to take it personal when the guests don't like the food or they want something different. And she tells Hannah to not take it personal when they are not nice to her, that she can allow her face to show her disdain. And I'm like, well, you know, those are kind of good tips to give your staff. And they all end up, she gave like a $12,000 tip, so they got like $1,000 each, so that's still a good tip, you know what I'm saying? The end of it was just them all going out to eat, all the cast, not the cast, all the crew, you know, the deckhands and the stewardess and all of them or whatever. You know, we see how Hannah is flirting a little bit with with Conrad, who was the bosun. That is going to be a source of contention. I can't wait to see how that plays out, because we do see Captain Sandy yelling at Conrad like, you're dating Hannah, you're not supposed to do that. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be some bullshit afoot. We then see how back on the ride back to the boat, at first everyone was having fun or whatever, and then all of a sudden Hannah has this thing to where I'm Chief Stew and you need to know I'm Chief Stew and I'm over you. And Zhao, who is not from here, he's not like a yachty, so to speak, where he doesn't think like it's this hierarchy of, you know, who I have to be nice to. And when she's kind of being a little bit of a bitch, she's being Hannah, the reason I don't like her. I like that he stood up for himself. He says, you might be the Chief Stew, but you're not my Chief Stew. Like, you're not my Chief Stew. And technically, she not. You know, it kind of got kind of crazy, because I think he told her something like, you don't even have anything, and then she brought up how she makes more money than him. It got kind of crazy. This is them kind of going back and forth a little bit, and then Adam kind of said, well, okay, just cut it out, you know, sit down, let's just stop it or whatever. But I do think something gonna happen between Adam and him. They're gonna fight probably. I think it's gonna be a continuation from on the next episode. But that was about it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cried. So it was what it was. So that was a little recap. So I hope you guys liked it. Put your comments below. And as always, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.